With all the horrible things that came out of COVID, one of the things that did come out that was positive is that this building that you're standing in is the Information Services Division of OMES, which serves all the technology for the consolidated agencies within the state. During COVID, early on, when I was named to the task force, Jerry Moore, our state CIO, myself, and some of our team, when we had to send people home, it was ISD that did all the technological work around that. Well, one of the big sticking items was when we started sending people home is how do you operate state systems? What happens if you have a disaster? What do we do with business continuity? And there was a lot of concern in that. What we ended up doing is working with COO John Budd with the governor's office with the CARES Forward team, and we were appointed dollars to go out and build a true disaster recovery and business continuity center, which has been completed. ISD, they serve 189 agencies, affiliates, and municipalities. So it's not just the agencies themselves. We serve a lot more than that. And so we have to make sure that we continue to have services available. So this data center that you're in now is called the Lincoln Data Center, and here we house our production systems. We've now moved and created an out-of-region data center with our partners with Dell and with NTT in Texas. It's been a great partnership. It took a lot of effort. You'll see it was more than 2.6 petabytes of storage. That's a lot of storage, thousands of systems. The networks had to be completely redone from scratch. It's all digital. So what happens is you hook up circuits into this data center, and off those circuits you transfer the bits and bytes over a wire, big wires. I mean, these were thick pipes to move the data. But no, there wasn't any physical move of computers or disk drives. So there were some questions around, why Texas? Well, a couple of things. One, there are weather patterns and natural disaster things that could happen that won't impact us here. That was one. Two, if something did happen and we needed to get personnel to that site, we can get them to Dallas fairly quickly. We can look people in the eyes and say that if something happens to this building, knock on wood, that we can provide those services for DHS, for tax commission, and for others down out of this state, but also make sure that that's 100% availability. If an F5, God forbid, but if we saw an F5 come through and it wiped this building out, literally that would be an issue, right? That would be where we lose all the equipment, we lose the power, we lose access to the systems. If we have any personnel on site, we lose access to them as well. So those are the types of situations. We rely, just like a lot of people out there in the public sector, on the utilities that were provided to this building. We rely on those things to be available to us. If they're not, then CIO Moore and I would make a decision to flip to the Texas Data Center and come up there.